Okay, let's do the coronation first, because that's just the best way to do it. Your Majesty, I've scheduled your coronation to take place in a week's time. Shouldn't I be giving the orders now? Why the hurry? To delay any longer would make the nobles restless. They might take their daggers to your back. Wouldn't want that. The council will decide what happens at your coronation. Let's get this over with then. Shall we call them in? Alright. We can already assume what's going to happen. I'm probably going for a swim in my garlic mayo river. Exuvia, thanks for the 2 years.
Ay, boba.
Or are you gonna steal my money? Which is very rude. Very rude. Alright, it looks like a swim. So, Palin, though, and M. Bergman and Tilleron. Okay, Tilleron, why the frick? Tilleron wanted jugglers. Tilleron's waiting to see what the least voted for is, and then he's gonna do it. Alright, I'm going swimming. I'm going swimming. The queen will be thrown in the river. Stability has gone up, and authority has gone down. Let me get changed out of my nice robe. I've been thrown into the river. River! Into the river. He actually thought it was juggalos. Alright, council introduction. This could be you. If you want your customized player, you can buy the game. It's a really fun game. And you can also show up as as your customized dude in the game. Let's look at the counts. We've got Stu. Count Stu, thank you so much. Hello. Who do we have from the south? A premium player, Scott. Hello, Scott. And then we've got Nairon is here. Very cool. There's no booby mod on today. I left it at home. So we've got Stu, Scott, and Nairon. Very excellent. With the bagpipe drop. Okay. Path to victory. So this is where you're going to choose what you are going to focus on in order to take my kingdom away from me. Your Majesty, the first few years will be the most difficult, and the first cut is the deepest. Oh no. You must secure an heir, prove that you're worthy of the crown. When you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? So do I want military, authority, trade, peacekeeper, farming, or faith? Let's go for faith. When I die, I want to be sainted. I want to be sainted. The church will love you, I suspect, but will anyone else? Saint Boba. There's no mommy option. Oh, there's mother, right? The farming one. Okay. So we end season, and now here's where you guys pick, right? Luca says, when have the barons of the march backed down from a fight? Never. I know you'll do whatever it takes to put me, your rightful monarch, on the throne. So, barons, you only get to decide what you would like to do. Lower defiance, lower other people's military, or lower the stability of the realm. So here's where you get to vote. Hello? Fav says not B. Everyone was asleep. All of the barons are asleep. Lower stability. Fav, you're gonna have to solo this one. Barons plan to persuade the population that only a charismatic general can protect them. To advance their scheme, they must lower stability to 4 or less in 3 seasons. My fellow counts, in ancient times, the East was its own proud kingdom. We can bring back the days of glory, but not while the false queen Boba wears the crown. Alright, purple champ. Get ready, purples. Raise others' defiance, have the highest farming, or lower your own faith. What would you like? Lots of people do like blood ritual, usually. Tileron... Tileron's like, oh, I get to vote. Fav says B is bad, but Fav is also on the other team, so don't listen to him. Blood ritual, highest farming. Counts plan to summon an ancient famine demon that will devastate all other regions. You must be the region with the highest farming in 4 seasons. Oh my god, that scared me. Amy, thanks for the 5 months. Thank you so much. Let's see. A false pretender occupies the throne while my claim is ignored. Grandees of the South, this is a stain on our honor. We must not allow it to go unanswered. Alright, yellow team. Lower stability, highest faith, or raise own farming. Purple have already met their thing by having the lowest farming. Red does not have their stability where they want it yet. Yellow is going to go for highest faith. Wait a second, that's what I want. You diabolical fiends. How dare you? How dare you? Alright, so you want the highest faith. I can understand that. I also love Jesus. Alright, so here's the overview, blah blah blah. We'll see. We're ending the scheme. Ending the season, whatever. Oh, there's quite a few. Honor Guard, let's pick this real quick. I also love Jesus. Yes, so we're gonna pick an Honor Guard. Fierce Battle Nuns. So we've got Eastern... Tell me about the Eastern Knights. Very hot. Love it. The Battle Nuns. Very cool looking. Very, robot. And then what are these? Very Roman. Very Romanesque. Let's see. So who would I like to go with? This is going to be funky for anyone's defiance, which doesn't really matter. Red is very cool and Roman. Hot poet. I'm going with the hot poets. Fav is going to overthrow my kingdom. They are all extremely pale and extremely polite. Their commander introduces herself with a florid bow before reading out a poem she's written for the occasion. I want to be poemed while I'm protected. Alright, red team. Baron Necroloaf. Your Majesty, it's our honor to invite you to the Lord's hunt next year. It will be taking place in late spring, so keep your schedule clear. What is it? Oh no. All barons embark on a marvelous 2-week hunting trip. To refuse our invitation would be a dishonor. Come along, bring your whole retinue. I look forward to it. Of course, why wouldn't you? I thought there was a south one. Alright, let's go to the purple. I'm gonna go on a hunt. Mito Chaka! We know that one. Pew 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 pew! I hope nothing bad will happen. Fav? Murder! My parent, Conte Mito Chaco, has been murdered, and I know who did it! It was Grande Ritalia by the blood of the dead. Don't let her deny it. I won't deny that I killed the venerable Conte Mito Chaco, but it was no murder. They agreed to an honorable duel, which I won. Blood and stars, it was no duel, it was cold-blooded killing. What reason would my parent possibly have to duel you in the first place? The reason for any duel is between the challenger and the challengee, a private matter not fit for this council. So what is our response to this? Do we want to hold a trial, which will raise defiance? Brandy is a danger to all, imprison her, which will be fucky with defiance. The spymaster should investigate to find evidence, or a duel is a duel, let the accused go free. What happens in the duel stays in the duel. So purple and yellow want to buy our votes. I guess they do. So yellow, of course, wants their grandee to go free, which, since everyone is kind of split, they are winning at the moment. But we'll C overtake it with the barons. It is overtaking. D. Alright. We've chosen the spymaster should investigate to find evidence of this claim. Ritalia killed my parent and admitted it right in this council chamber. What more do you need? I'll make this as swift as possible, Your Majesty. The sooner we get to the bottom of this, the better. Alright, do we have anything else? Season 1, done. Now you get to buy a really nice little building for your house. Would you like to lower stability, which is what the barons want, or lower trade? Raise farming, which is, I don't think what the purple, or they do want the highest farming, right? Or lower military. Raise faith, or raise trade. So probably barons want prison, counts want aqueduct, and cathedral want E, right? But only the top 2 funded are going to get chosen. So we'll see how it goes. And don't forget, you don't want other people to meet their goal. So if you have to put it in something funky, you might have to put it in something funky. So far, prison is doing really well with 13,000. The counts were asleep, they're waking up. 10,000 versus 12,000. Counts, you're gonna want to get your pump your rookie numbers up. Alright, so far, currently, A and C are leading. There's no way to really unseat the barons at this point unless both C and E are raised. So it's looking kind of fucky for y'all. Fav just keeps putting more money in there. It's always prisons around here. It's always prisons. Alright, we've got an aqueduct and a prison. Very interesting. Alright. Shall we see? Let's just... My mom's gonna be like, I want you to find a spouse. I've been busy. Any. Very nice. 1 million years of dungeon. 1 million years. Alright. Your Majesty, I've returned from the investigation of Conte Midochako's death in the east. And what did you find? Not a lot, I'm afraid. Midochako's servants were too afraid to testify, and there was no physical evidence of any wrongdoing. It is clear that a duel did take place, and that the victim died by a rapier cut from Grande Ritalia. Can't prove anything beyond that. So you've confirmed what I've said since the beginning. Perhaps now we can move past this issue and on to more important things. What should be done with this new evidence surrounding Conte Midochako's death? Despite the lack of evidence, Grande Ritalia is clearly guilty of murder. Evidence is inconclusive, let's hold the trial, or there is no evidence of murder, Grande Ritalia is innocent. So if you don't want... If you don't want barons, because barons want this one. They want this to go lower. So if you don't want the barons to get their goal, you're gonna have to vote A or B. And you're gonna have to decide together, yellows and purples. Fav? Bobby's considering doing a little cheeky veto. Last time I screwed over Fav's team, so he'll be like, you're picking me on purpose again. Alright. Seems most people are gonna go B to try to, overthrow the barons who are going for C. So I didn't even have to do it. Maybe? Question mark? If Midochako was here, she would say that there was murder. Alright. The evidence is inconclusive. We shall have to hold a trial. Defiance has gone up. Yet more delay. How long must we wait for justice, Your Highness? Forget about it. No trial conducted by this council will ever be unbiased. I demand a trial by combat. As per the Grandee's Code of Ethics, the ninth god will decide my fate. Gasps reverberate around the chamber. It looks as though the trial will be more of a spectacle than you imagined. We've got an old-fashioned duel. How do you expect me to take... It's Timberwolf. How do you expect me to take this seriously, you crack-brained simpleton? Arthur! Pop off, Arthur. Shut your daft mouth and give me what I'm owed, you honorless dog. Calm down, both of you. This pimple-headed lackwit expects me to pay him a huge quantity of gold just because his great-great-grandfather beat my great-great-grandfather in a foot race. A debt is owed, is it not? My liege, I only recently discovered this debt while coming through my ancestor's journal. Honor dictates that Grandee Timberwolf is liable for his ancestor's debt. This is ludicrous. Let's put this to a vote. Do we want Timberwolf to pay his debt? Do we want to cancel the debt? Or do we want to order him to pay his debt plus 2 centuries of interest? Hey, Emma. Gosh. 2 centuries of interest? One Grandee was like, you know what? That sounds fair. Alright, 2 centuries of interest. Cripes. Ninth preserve us, 2 centuries of interest, but I'll go bankrupt. Defiance? Your great-great-grandfather should have thought of that before he decided to run so slowly. Tell you what, I'll give you a few weeks to sell off the family silver before I expect a full payment. Grandee Timberwolf is broke. That was not... Timberwolf, did you vote to pay for your own debt, you silly sausage? And Arthur is now rich as hell. This is an outrage, Arthur, you little snake. I'll get you back for this. Perfect 0 from the red. Interesting. Monka Giga. Alright. A common tax. Wow. Look at how rich you are, Fov. Why are all of you so rich? How'd you get rich like this? What do you think, chat? Tax red? Everyone's saying to do it. We bought a prison. I see your little scheme. I see... Arthur is still the richest person in the entire game. It's fine, you can be pissed off. Let's watch this trial by combat. I don't hate you. You had the most money. The Defiance, you're fine. You'll be alright. The Grandee Retalia's trial. Half the city has turned to watch. They will be fighting a champion of the crown, Your Majesty. Whoever draws a first blood wins. Who will represent you in the pit? The Marshal, of course, a fighter from the East. I'll fight myself. One of the Eastern Knights. I'm gonna do it. Yes. Mama ain't raised no bitch. When Grandee Retalia sees you facing off against her in the pit, she looks surprised. I did not think I'd be facing you, Your Majesty. It is an honor. Battle Queen. To understand the justice system, you must take part in it. Sure. You lower the visor of your fencing mask and ready your weapon. Go for a surprise attack. Succeeded! You're a quick one. Step back and avoid. Parry the next blow. Piercing your gambeson ever so slightly. Failed. Ha! Nice try. It's clear that you know they are a better duelist than you, but it's not over yet. What's your next move? Pocket sand! Wait for an attack, then pirouette like a dancer. Throw your sword. Wait for an opportunity. Pocket sand. You kick up sand, but they quickly shield her. She quickly shields her face. At the same time, the crowd roars with equal parts anger and approval. You can't do that. It's against the code. Everyone, the queen is fighting dirty. Morton! Morton, why you snitching? Why you snitching on my pocket sand? You're so put off by the shouts you don't notice stepping suddenly through a cloud of dust. Batting your sword away, they lunge and cut cleanly through your padded arm. You feel a nick, and sure enough, beneath the ripped fabric, there's a trickle of blood. First blood, first blood. Ritalia is a victorious and therefore innocent in the eyes of the ninth god. We should never have agreed to this. Trial by combat doesn't prove anything. They're released immediately. I had to go pocket sand. There was no other option.